Squirrel Rosenberg Radio coming to you live and direct tonight from a warm climate in Paterson, New Jersey. We're kicking back in the lab right now. I have some exclusive guests in the house. So let me just catch that right. We have some exclusive guests in the house tonight with us, getting ready to blast off on some unique vibes. But before I even touch on that, let me just give a big shout out to everybody who tuned in last week and checked out our guest. We had a wonderful conversation, just building with unique and new era. They came in blessed up with some exotic flows. And on top of that, we went into their showcase and it was unbelievable. Met some exclusive people, saw some really interesting acts coming out of Paterson, New Jersey. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have the winners in the house tonight. I'm kicking back with my boys. We're getting ready to introduce everybody. And if you ever watch this show, you know how we do. So first, before I even touch on my guest, let me give a big shout out to all my boys in the back holding us down on the camera. And I'll give a big shout out to Rob. Bong, bong, bong. I want to give a big shout out to Manny, making sure everything looks beautiful back there. My boy Nino in the house. Thank you for passing through. Much love to that. My boy E-Dub in the back. Bong, bong, bong. Yo, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, yo, the vibe is so right. The temperature is so right. Tonight, I'm blessed to have my boy, DJ Xtreame in the house. Bing, bing, bing. Thank you for taking the time out. And also my boy, Punchie. Yes. Yeah. Representing the RGF Zoo Gang.
Squad shit. How y'all doing, y'all? Feel me?
Wow.
And all that. Yeah, turning up. How we doing, man? Nice to be here, man. We thank y'all for inviting us here, man. True. Means a lot to us, for real.
Dude, it's an honor. Hey, when you think about how we met, we go back and recap on how you got here. That story in itself is pretty unique. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Because first and foremost, let's just take a big shout out and lift our green bottles up and salute this moment as we enjoy this Heineken on this beautiful, interesting podcast. So now we're gonna get in deep on this, but let's go back to how we met, so everybody who's listening can go, "Wow, how did that happen?"
Right.
So big shout out to Chrissy. Right. She had her showcase on Saturday. Right. Give us a big invite, and Chrissy's gonna be on the show in a couple of more weeks as a guest on the Squirrel Rosenberg Radio. But we were walking out of the spot, and E-Dub goes, "Yo, that's DJ Xtreame right there," and I'm like. Who? That dude? You know what I mean? You know, serious. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? Right. And he's like, "No, dude, that's DJ." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I'm in a political mode right now because I'm wrapping up with Chrissy, her crew. Right. You know, I'm locking in some other interviews because I love what I saw at that showcase. It was really Paterson's, you know, the finest, the raw. You know what's coming. You know, so I was very excited about that. So we walk out, and coincidentally, and there's nothing coincidental in life, by the way. You had already left. And E was like, "Oh man, we missed this dude," right? But you were across the street coming back into the spot. You stopped to fix your shoe or something, and he caught my attention. It's like, "Yo, there he goes." So I waited for you to come over, and I got to be honest with you. I did kind of approach you kind of crazy when I goes, "Hey, yo, let me talk to you." But you were so warm and receiving, and of course, what I wanted to talk to you about was being here. You know, you just came up, and I got to be honest with you, bro. Back to how warm and receiving you were. You had an open mind, open heart, not only to me, but to the invite to come here. So I want to salute you for that, bro.
Thank you. You know what? I didn't even expect that.
I honestly straight didn't. Up. You know, because you're in Paterson, you know, people think automatically, you know, I don't know you, you don't know me. But that love that does exist organically was shown that night. And then what tops it off is when I go, "Yo, I have this podcast. Can you come through?" Boom. Immediately, you were like, "Let's do this." And to even make it worse, you followed up with me more than I should have followed up with you to make this thing happen tonight. So I want to give a big round of applause to DJ Xtreame. That was big, bro. You know, when you take action and you move on stuff like that, it's profound. So I want to salute you for doing that, and I guess that's why you're so successful.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
You, man. Yeah. When I ain't gonna lie, when you walked up to me, I was like, "Who?" I was like, "Who?" Like if he pop on me, I don't know what to do. It's my back. Like you feel me? But then I was like, when you told me what the positive message was we want to get something positive out to the people out here. We want to do something different. We got something branding that's not really off the ground, but we're trying to make it come off the ground. And that's something that I definitely appreciate because we came from off the ground. Like we were
beautiful.
On the ground, like on literally on the floor, literally on the floor. Like, So if anyone ever came up to me that I felt like they were serious about it and really passionate about what they do. Because I know you guys could be doing something else other than being right here where you at right now.
True.
So the fact that you putting all of this work into it, I definitely put in time into it.
Oh wow, it was definitely felt, bro. So I want to big you up on that.
Yeah,
and also Punchie, you know, it's so funny when you walked in and you told me you were bringing your boy. I'm like, sure, you know. And when I walked in and you know we walked to the elevator and I'm like, dude, I know you. Yo, let's toast to that, right? Yeah, it's a very small world, you know. I had the pleasure of being, you know, a property manager for one of the properties he lived in, you know. So yeah. So I got him in, and we worked together, you know.
Me out too, so he definitely let me out.
which is big, because that's the other thing I do here. But at the end of the day, I just want to give a big shout out to the synergy that brought us all together, which is number one, Chrissy for having that event, and you being so warm, and of course bringing a man that I know and respect. So as we get ready to bump into a couple of things, before I really get into the meat of this podcast, which is learning a little bit more about both of you, I want to touch on two little topics, because there's a couple of things that really made an impression on me last week that I have to share. And of course I mentioned this before, but I got a chance to meet Charlemagne the God and invited him to the podcast. And the way that happened was, you know, he had a book signing in Manhattan, and you know, I said, "Yo, I had just had knee surgery like 2 weeks before, so I really had the cane, pimp walking, and everything." So I was like, "Dude, I'm gonna go make this happen," you know. And I pulled in, parked my truck, hobbled to the corner, and the line was around the block. And I just walked in and told the lady, "Yo, I just had knee surgery." She's like, "Oh!" Before you know it, I'm in the VIP section, third in line to meet Charlemagne. I bought a little card and I bought the book, Opportunity Comes to Those Who Create It. So I created that opportunity. So I really just wanted to big everybody up right now on Squirrel Rosenberg Radio that, you know, that title is worldwide. Opportunity Comes to Those Who Create It. And I'm telling you right now, E-Dub saw DJ Xtreame and saw the opportunity. Now look at what created. DJ Xtreame felt us, and now look what's created. So I just want to segue to that action. But that's so big, bro. So the fact that I met him, he signed my book, bing, bing, bing. I extended an invite to him through this card. Charlemagne the God, you know what's up. Squirrel Rosenberg Radio. We have a seat here for you anytime, so you can sit back and bill. And another thing was, and I'll be very short with this, I went to church on Sunday, and the passage was about how does God, or how just, you know, the God that we know reveals himself to each of us through our daily running around. Because we're so busy sometimes, we don't even stop to think about it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Stop to look at the sky, look at the trees, just really appreciate until you probably realize that you can't do that. Then you go, damn, I wish I did. So for me, yeah, I'm dropping some jewels right now on Squirrel Rosenberg Radio. Sorry for going so deep so quick, but for me, I try to purposely stop and look at something beautiful, you know. And the other day, I was really under a lot of pressure, and I'm coming out of this building, and I'm walking down the steps, and there's a little card that fell on the floor. It looked like somebody had a party balloon or something, and the little card attached to it, and on that card, it says, "The best day ever." Dude, I'm stressed the hell out, bro. And when I saw that card, I knew it was telling me, yo, today it's going to be your best day ever. I picked up that card, and I just put it in my pocket. Right. And as I went through the rest of the day, I just said,
best day ever.
Best day ever. Right. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know why? You know why I saw that? Because I was looking for it. I slowed, you know what I mean? Although I'm stressed out, I slowed it down and really picked on that. So I just want to just share with you guys on Squirrel Rosenberg Radio, some of the things we talk about are the really good stuff that if you apply it to your life, you're going to win. Yeah. I'm sitting with winners right here. We're going to sit back, Bill, dig into what you guys are all about, play some of the classic hits that's out, hear what's going on, hear you we're setting up. Come back in a minute with my boy, DJ Xtreame, Punchie, Squirrel Rosenberg Radio. Stay tuned. One. Squirrel Rosenberg Radio. Thought we were recording as we rocked in, but now we were just saying as we were just kicking back, this conversation is about to get interesting over these green bottles. Let's do that toast again. Of course.
The hitty after.
Yeah, just to wash it down. But here, oh my God, it's refreshing beer. Squirrel Rosenberg Radio, we sit back, have our conversation, of course, as I said, over the Heinekens. You know, my boy DJ Xtreame is sipping on the Henny. Of course, we have some Don Julio in the freezer, but at the same time, we also keep the fridge loaded with Poland Spring because we drink responsibly here at Squirrel Rosenberg Radio. Yeah, beautiful. That's like so we were just by the way, let me just remind everybody and everybody who knows the show that all this classic stuff you're hearing right now, the music is available on our SoundCloud, and it's definitely some of the records that we were just talking about. That track we just came out on, you said that was your record.
Yeah, that's one of my singles, The Wagon. It's on SoundCloud right now.
Punchie, man, go check that out. SoundCloud.
You can look that up. Remy Boy Space Punch. It's Remy Boy Space Punch on SoundCloud. I got a bunch of singles up there.
Let's bang it out for a little bit, E-Dub. Let that run for a little bit. Let's just hear that. Let's hear what that record sounds like.
I'm golden, you should call me a magnum. Hit me on the text, said she want an orgasm. She never stopped coming, the coming is everlasting. Let's take a trip to the Aspen, switching lanes in the Ashton, cruising but never crashing. Told her open the package, waiting to see what happens. I float your boat, baby, you should call me a captain. She loves swag, it's nothing that I do wrong, and she love it when I hit it with my boots.
Let's go into this.
Sex on sale, she don't
How did you guys meet? Let's go back to the beginning. Actually, let's go back to the beginning. You guys are originally from Jersey? Born and raised Patterson.
Born and raised.
Okay, so we know how. Never left. We're in Patterson, if you don't mind me asking.
Wow,
East side, west side.
Up the hill.
No, so for the listeners who don't know Patterson, because the minute you say down the hill, up the hill, people in Patterson know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Squirrel's the only one that don't know that. He don't know that. He don't know that's up the hill, and it's down the
He
hill.
don't know that down the hill is technically up the hill. Down the hill is up the hill, but up the hill is across the bridge. That's all it is. Like,
Oh my God! Yeah, whoever drew that map was definitely it was bananas. So Punchie, you were saying you're from.
I'm originally from East Main. I was born and raised down the hill on East Main Street, but I moved around after I done got older.
All right, nice. I want to give a big shout out to everybody walking on East Main right now.
Squash.
Keep your bullet vest on. Make sure you're suited up because it's hot out there right now.
Kids should not be out right now.
Yeah. So DJ Xtreame, you were born. I mean, you were from which?
Yeah, I'm from Patterson, New Jersey. from East Side High School on
Oh,
Pearl Street.
Okay, big.
I lived on Pearl Street. I lived there my whole life, really.
Oh, wow.
My whole life, really, until I just recently moved out.
Okay.
Of course, but I've been living in Patterson still, like with my mother.
What have you? So as a little boy growing up to now, what are like name two major changes you've seen?
Two major changes I've seen: money and hard work. And it's crazy because I seen hard work when my father walked out of my life. Like when I turned 20, he walked out. That's like real shit. Like when I turned 20, he felt like I was good. Mind you, I'm in college. I'm like hands out. And
Yeah.
like you're good. You're 20. So that's when I had to realize you can't ask no more. You gotta get or you won't get.
So I think you kind of glazed over the elephant in the room right there, and I have to touch on that because that's what we like to do here, and I respect the fact that you even mentioned that because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people out there experiencing a similar balance like what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
But you're saying at 20, he said, "I'm out."
Yeah, he was. It wasn't as much as he's out, but it's like we had a confrontation where I was like, "You really can do that to me?" And he was like, "If you don't like it, forget it. Like that's what it is." And I'm like, "I don't like it. I'm out." And then right then and there, I had to be a man. My mother, I don't want to never rely on a woman. I never will. So it's like either you be a man or you be in the street. I chose to be a man. I just chose to be a man. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna go to school, but I'm gonna work.
Wow,
I'm gonna bust my ass.
You know, on Squirrel Rosenberg Radio, when you say something profound, we call it dropping a jewel. You know what I mean? And what we mean by that is when you say something that can apply to everybody, that's dropping a jewel. And the jewel you just dropped, my friend, is when you said you had an option of going to the streets or becoming a man. you chose to be a man.
Yeah, man.
What I love about that statement is that was a conscious decision to do the right thing.
Also, it's one of the hardest decisions.
It is.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
a lot of people can't make that transition.
Especially when your dad, who you think is going to be, all right, dude, I'm in your corner 100%. But then again, every time, and I have this philosophy, and you tell me now in hindsight, and what I mean by that is, now that you've gone through that process, if you look back, do you hate your father for kicking you out? Or have you grown from that experience to have made you a stronger, better person? Honestly,
I haven't forgave him. So that kind of relates to my answer to this, but nonetheless, I do thank him. Because if it wasn't for him being in my life for 20 years, I wouldn't think being a man instead of going to the streets.
wow,
So that's
dude, can
why-
we toast to that, bro?
Yeah,
no,
so that's
dude,
why
that was
I
huge.
I do appreciate him for that, because I never would have seen what it's like for a man to go to 9 to 5, come home, do this and that. You feel me? It wasn't living with me, but still I see him. You feel me? I see him every day picking me up from school. So I see a businessman every day.
Yeah.
So the fact,
Between you, I ain't had that. I
yeah,
ain't had
and my
that.
boy,
I
yeah,
was in the streets.
Yeah, he
I
was-
going to
yeah.
jail. I went to group homes. And
yeah,
foster care and
Yeah,
all that. Like,
he had that.
Mother
That's-
was on drugs. And
yeah.
Father wasn't there. Like,
Yeah, and it's crazy how two people
I
from
chose
different
the opposite.
lifestyles could get together. Two people from different lifestyles. I grew up one way, he grew up another, but I swear to God, we both came like this.
Yeah.
At one point in time, we both came like this. I didn't know him from a can of pig one time. He didn't know me from a can of pig one time. It took one person to introduce us, and we said, forget that person. That person's not really where we want to be.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
we
yeah.
just got to that
Wow,
same level
wow.
and just took off from there.
Every day, like,
Yo, I love where this is going, because when you really do the research and you think about it, there's 1,000 of people. Big shout out to Patterson PD, finest. Thank you for dropping that gem
Always on the corner.
in the podcast.
They always on the corner.
No, but no, seriously, when you think about the number of people out there and their experiences, what you're talking about or what we're about to talk about isn't unique to you. It's just that the outcome is different because of what you chose to do.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's what really, remember we talk about slowing things down and that's why I ask you, looking back, which is what I really, and I can't use another word but love, but what I really love about what you said is, I haven't forgave him, but I appreciate for what he did.
Yeah.
That was big.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, number one is, they call me Squirrel Rosenberg. I'm not Dr. Squirrel Rosenberg, so I can't give you some psychological opinion. I can just build with you. But here's the deal. I think, based on what I've heard and read, that forgiveness, you're going to benefit more from it.
Yeah.
When you do that, especially the fact that you're already seeing the appreciation.
Yeah.
You like, I was talking to one of my, I'm gonna be very short with this because I want to hear your story. But I was telling one of my boys, if you go to the gym every day, let's say you guys go to the gym every day, and you go to work out, and he goes to chill, smoke, and watch you work out. I'm like, yeah, what are you doing? And really, when you do a push-up, he sits on your back, and instead of you saying, I can't do it, you push up 1 time, and the next day you go, you push up 2 times, you push up 3 times. Who the heck is getting stronger?
Right.
You.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you turn the perspective of the problem and like, you know what? My dad really maybe was hoping that I would fail or whatever. And I don't think that's what he wanted to do, because you see, he was a hardworking man.
He just
You
put
know,
the pressure on
he
you.
just put the pressure on you because guess what? Diamonds are made under pressure.
Yeah.
Squirrel Rosenberg Radio. I just dropped a jewel on this. On this.
Drop a bomb on
Yeah.
it. Like,
You know what I mean, son? So no. Look at the outcome.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
no. But I think the highlight of this whole conversation so far is the fact that you chose to look at it positively, because at the end of the day, man, you know what I mean. So big shout out to let's round of applause for that perspective. No, that's big. So let's just jump into you were telling me, Punchie. So you lived the complete opposite of that.
Yeah, I was the complete opposite. Like,
Yeah,
I was
complete.
born into it. Like, my mother was on drugs. Like, my mother abandoned me at 3 years old. Like, raised my grandmother, my grandfather raised me. My grandmother had 13 kids, a handicapped son, and all types of grandkids. Like, we grew up down the hill. She raised me and my 3 brothers. My father wasn't there. My grandfather was still raising me to this day, if you want to be technical.
Yeah.
So, and that's my father. I take care of my grandfather. Like,
Big.
he took care of me, I take care of him now.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
the other way around.
Wow.
But
And I
long
saw
story
that.
short-
I saw that. You were a soldier for him. I saw that.
Long story short, our stories are complete opposite.
Yeah.
He kind of went to school. I didn't go to school. I didn't graduate. I got a GED. Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So growing up, let's just get microscopic right there. So growing up, of course, you had the option. There was some good stuff around you. Why did you go that route? Why did you go to the streets? There had to be something good around you, like you could have said, I'm just trying to be.
It was like, it was just there, like. It was there, like that's what we was doing, and it was like everybody around me. That's
so
what
it's kind of hard to say. I don't want to do that.
That's what I saw. Like I was
absolutely
growing up.
It was kind of hard saying I don't want to do this, but my mother was like, "No, you're not."
On the other side is people making sales, and people selling weed. And
I grew up over here by 10th Ave and all that, and we just products of our environment, bro.
Yeah.
That's how it is. I became a product of my environment until my grandmother passed away.
Yeah.
That's when shit got real.
Yeah.
My grandmother was the backbone. Like,
you know when
everything up. Once she went, everything fell.
Yeah.
We lost our home. Yeah. We lost everything. We had gotten diapers. All me and my brothers. I went to group homes.
No way.
Everything. That's how I got my program for the house.
Yeah.
That's how we connected.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but my first apartment, when I first got out of my group home, was where we shot the Track Queen video at.
Okay, so let's go back to that. Let's preach on that. Go.
That's where it all started at. When I was in the group home, and I met Monty. Mm-hmm. That's why I met Monty. I was in a group home. We was going to a GED program. Mm-hmm. That's why I met Monty at. We cooled out. We vibed out. We was cool. It was my boy. Found out he did music. He took it a little more serious than I did. I kind of did it for the girls. Like,
why not? Who doesn't do it for the?
I had the little braids going. Chicks was digging me. Chicks like doing that rap. So I'm like,
let me do this.
Baby, spin my little bars for them. They're like, oh, you nice. So you nice too. Like that. And then it was like, once I linked with Mont, he convinced me to like take it serious because he was doing talent shows and winning and. Doing like showcases and winning, so I was like, I want to do that too. So we did it. Our first talent show in like 2007. I got a throwback picture on Instagram. It's a long time ago.
We're gonna throw that up. We're gonna throw that up in Squirrel Rosenberg TV.
We won second place, yo. Second place. After that,
he's producing on your freestyling.
Nah, he was. No, I'm talking about Monty.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This
was before.
This is when we first met. Like I'm telling you from the beginning. Like
I didn't know him.
I ain't know him then. I met Monty first. This is how we all met. Like
oh wow, so he's like the glue to the whole thing.
Yeah. I'm damn near the glue. I don't want to say that, but
yeah.
I got a little piece to do with this, whatever.
Big.
They ain't got nothing to do with this. But long story short, I met Mont. We did the talent show. We met WAP. We met Nit. Nit seen it in WAP. He seen it in all of us.
What were they doing at that time?
Me and Mom was just going to school.
Rapping. See,
WAP wasn't even
I knew
WAP
from like
you knew WAP before I did.
WAP for like a minute now. Like it's been a while.
You guys went to the same high school? Or?
Nah. He older than me. He's like 2 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
2 years older than me. But I knew WAP from where he was on 12th Ave. He used to be on 12th Ave. He used to rap in like out here doing public shows on the street. Like I swear I'll never let him ever live the thing down. I'm like, bro, you used to sing Trap Queen like on the street, like, and now you on a stage, like,
that's big.
And the thing I would always give him props on is he brought Mont with him. Because that was his main one, like how I come here with him. If I make it and I don't bring him, how you would see how I did bring him, it's like, why wouldn't you bring your man?
Yeah.
WAP always stayed true to that, man. I never.
That loyalty is big.
That loyalty is big.
I remember it was nights where, because basically, like when I moved on Street, my house was where everybody was at. Where nobody had nowhere to sleep.
Boom.
Go to Punch House. If it was a party, it was at
the Punch House.
And everybody crashed.
It was at Punch House. So it was like
everybody
Punch
crashed.
House was the spot. So it was just like days when I started growing my family and I had a daughter and I had to move my baby moms in. My baby mom's like, we ain't with all this shit every day.
Big shout out to the baby moms.
Party up there every day.
Big shout out to the baby moms.
So I'm like, yo, my baby mom's wild, you can't. So it'll be nights where I had to kick Monty and WAP out and they had to be sleeping in the car or they had to.
Wow.
Understand? So they'll be parked right around the corner from my house.
So when they say that, they really mean that. Like I want everybody to know, when they say they slept in the cars and did all that, It was
did that shit
cold.
for real.
I
Cold.
swear I will not lie about this. Wild called me one time, yo, let's smoke. I'm like, I bet. This had to be like 2000 and like, probably 12.
Years ago.
Like 12, 11. He like, let's smoke. I'm like, I bet. He gave me the address where he's at.
Yeah.
It's a bando. Like, a bando. Like, no electricity, no nothing. Like,
It's probably one of his apartments.
It's like a bando.
Never that. Never
it's like
that.
a bando, and like niggas really like used to sit there and like really chill there. Like,
Yeah.
It was that comfortable to him where he was like he had to make something for himself. Like if he felt comfortable, he was making himself comfortable. Like real
Yeah,
shit where he
yeah.
slept and it was cold, bro. When
Yeah,
I, say it was
I can
cold,
only imagine.
I
It's
was,
cold.
like,
It's
shivering.
colder in the houses in the winter
In
than
houses and
outside.
he's outside.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's like a
yo,
refrigerator.
And he's just laying down, just chilling, like he good. Like he's not.
Yeah, that was
used to
probably-
it,
yeah.
But he's like taking it like a man.
Yeah.
And to see him taking the heat in the mansion is like my boy. Like, you
Yeah.
can't do
So
nothing
well
about-
deserved, right?
So well deserved.
Yo, let's toast to that, bro. Let's
Yeah,
toast to coming
man.
up,
Yeah,
struggling,
man.
making it right.
Yeah,
Big
man.
shout out. Yo, I love where the conversation is going. Ladies and gentlemen, Squirrel Rosenberg Radio, as we dig, very deep and intimate on how connections happen, and which is really what I love. We're going to take a quick break, come back, refresh our glasses, take a little cigar break, and come back. Squirrel Rosenberg Radio, Squirrel Rosenberg TV. Stay tuned. Squirrel Rosenberg Radio. Wow, I wish you could have seen what was going on behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we really need to, can I keep the cameras going and the mic hot? because I mean the energy, with the crew and just the people that are building here, it's just an organic connection.
Really
So
is.
it's official. So I just want to give a big shout out once again, DJ Xtreame. I want to give a big shout out to Punchie for passing through and building with us. But before I interrupted you, you were about to tell us the rest of that story.
Yeah. So about that.
Go in.
So about that. So I got a text message on Thursday because I just told you I just came back in town. You feel me? So I just came back in town. So I had got a text message that it was gonna be a venue on Saturday, and it was from a female I deal with here and there. You feel me? When I come into town, she see me.
Yeah.
When I don't, she don't.
He's moving. He's moving.
Like that. So she was like the crew that it's a crew out there named DNA. Shout out to DNA, man. They know who they are. Feel me? DNA. They was there that night.
Okay.
We got to get them up in here too. Then
They got the song "What It Is" and they fire. I swear. It's
DNA.
One girl and two boys. They dope, man. I
All right,
wouldn't
cool.
even knock on them, but I wanted to actually see them perform because I had them on my SoundCloud. So it's like, let me see them how they rock. And
Okay.
They know who I am. So they was like, come through. They text me the same day, come through. So I actually was gonna come through. I text him, come through, but he was busy doing what he was doing.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go. I actually went with the girl, but come to find out I was leaving because I'm like, what, they not performing this. She's like, yes they are. So when I'm walking back to the car, that's when you approached me because I was about to leave.
Oh.
And then she's like, yes they are coming, come back. They coming, they DJ. I said DJ, and they performing. Cool. I'm coming back. Then that's when you're like, hey, yo. I'm like,
real Jamaican style. Yo.
come here, son.
Jamaican style.
I'm like,
Yeah, right.
But that I swear that venue, it was real nice. That vibe in there, it was real chill.
It was.
What I liked about it was downtown Patterson.
It was.
There was no drama.
Ooh.
There was no drama.
We left there thinking the same thing.
Not one time did anybody push somebody too hard or step on somebody too hard. It was just a good vibe.
It was.
Like something you could hop.
The classical?
Nah, it was downtown where Burger King, close to Burger King.
Yeah, closer to the Grand, but right before you get Market and Grand, right before you get lower Market,
by that school,
lower Market. But I do agree with you on that energy because when we walked out of here and I got home and my wife was like, "Yo, how was it?" I'm like, "Dude, it was like as if it was in New York around creative, artistic."
Yeah, the networking that was going on.
It was beautiful.
The network,
you know what I mean? So I really got a lot of interesting connections from there. But let's just I want to really finish the connection we were making as the growth through with Fetty and how you guys came up. And so you were hanging out with him in these houses that are literally abandoned. So now he's still rapping. You're doing what? Were you in music at that time?
See, the thing is, and I'm gonna be honest with you. This is how it is. When I met WAP, I was on some shit like they was on their hood shit, you feel me? They was on the streets. They was really hustling. Everything they say they really mean. They was really doing that. I was on some shit like I'm going to school, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I had a whole career path set for me.
Which was?
Going to school, law school. I really want. That's my main goal, is to be a lawyer.
Oh wow.
That's my main goal. Other than side of all of this, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be an attorney, defense attorney.
Oh wow.
That's something I always wanted to be.
Salute to that, bro.
That's something I always.
That's big.
I'll never let that dream go.
Wow, that's
Even
big.
Though as far as I get, if I get the money to go, feel me, I'll put myself through it.
You know what we're gonna do? Squirrel Rosenberg Radio. We're gonna hold DJ Xtreame to that right now. In a couple more years from now, we're gonna say an attorney DJ Xtreame.
Please.
You know what I mean?
Let's
put it
DJ
out there, bro.
What DJ is the fighting cases. Let me know what
DJ Xtreame
fighting cases. I swear to God, I'll be next to Obama. I swear to God, I'll be next to Obama.
You see, you don't know the power of words. You know what I mean? And the fact that you're so passionate about it, that's why I put it out there and I had that responsibility, because then it's gonna be like, yo, you said it on Squirrel Rosenberg Radio. We're gonna do this. So continue.
Really, I definitely man. That's what when I told all the homies, it's not just WAP, but when I told all the homies, it was Punchie at the time. I'm like, yo, I don't really feel me, because they were all in the streets. All my boys on the streets. I'm like, I'm not really gonna do this. But when it comes down to this, I'm with y'all. But I'm with y'all when we smoking and all this. But when it comes down to doing all that, I'm not with that. Feel me? I'm doing this. You feel me? And that's one thing. Thank you. That's one thing I was.
No, that was big.
That's one thing I respected about them. They all,
my boy.
Yeah.
It'll be nice. We be in a bando turning up.
Yeah,
6, 7 in the morning on the couch. Sleep.
On the couch, sleep. But they know I'm good. They be like, yo,
you got school.
Yeah, you got school. Get up.
Go to class.
Yeah.
No way.
Turning up 7 in the morning. He getting ready for school, washing his face.
Still, bro, man. The time
so slow this down for a minute. So you're telling me the scene is you're partying, you're sleeping
on the couch,
and you know how passionate he's about his drive. So you wake him up, be like,
to
yo,
go to class, and I'm like, yo, it's like
that's what friends are for, bro.
Like, yo, damn. And I go, and they like, yo, we told you it's good, so make it good. Like, we let you get this, so let us show me that you really was serious about it, not just saying you want to do it just because
held
you
responsible.
Held me responsible for what I said when I was younger.
Big.
And I always respect them for that, because they didn't have to do that. They definitely didn't have to do that. Like, guys out here, they could have been like, man, we ain't rocking with you. You not really what we on the flow we on. Nah, we could
easily could have done that.
Yeah, they was like, you gonna be our lawyer when we do some bull. Like, you feel me? Like, you feel me? Then you gonna be our lawyer when we do some bull. And that's always what I respected them about. And that's always what I'm still rock to. But DJing was always something on the side. But
how did you get into that?
Yeah, DJs. Oh man, I got into it. It was funny how being a DJ was so you wouldn't even believe this story. This was the craziest story. One of the craziest stories of my life. Like, I was 13. I was just playing basketball for the YMCA. feel me, just getting A's and B's in school, whatever.
Oh,
my
nice.
My mother's a paralegal. She was working in.
Ooh,
she's a
that's where the
paralegal,
lawyer thing comes in.
Yeah, that's where it comes in at. So
Okay.
she was on the bus. She was taking the bus at the time on the bus, and she ran into a DJ named Quest Flavor. I don't know if you know him, but DJ right. Shout out to Quest.
Shout out to
Quest, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Shout out to Quest.
That's my day one. That's my mentor.
Yeah.
Right. That's my mentor. Like, I'll never ever turn my back on that man. That man taught me how to become another man, the different type of man.
Oh, big.
A businessman.
Oh, wow.
So he taught me when I was 13. My mother was like, go meet him, and he was living right across the street from Montgomery Park. Walked over to meet him. Didn't know nothing from a can of paint with DJing. Got with him a few times. I liked his vibe. He was a good guy. Got with him. He like, I'm gonna throw you on party. Had his own Q&Q entertainment thing.
That's
Talk to me.
Threw me on, gave me a shirt, threw me on. It was a rap at the Q&Q. It was a rap. I was on every venue. We did Gucci. We did Nicki Minaj. This is when Gucci was like So Icy. Gucci came out. This is when Nicki Minaj.
Gucci.
This is when she was like just signed to Cash Money. Like, this is back
You
then.
played for her?
We DJ'd, and then she was like the special guest.
Oh, wow. On the same set that she performed at.
We brought him to Jersey. We brought him out here.
Oh, wow.
And mind you, I'm like 15, 16 doing this. I did 106 in Park right before, like, when Bow Wow and it was the girl. It was Bow Wow and the girl. I did.
Oh, yeah.
I did that like twice. So it was like I was moving, but then I had a girl that got pregnant.
Product of the environment.
You feel me? And then from there, it was just like my story had to take a pause, and then responsibilities started kicking in. But
you kind of fast forward. Give me the fast forward version of a lot of shit I kind of want to pick at real quickly. You know what I mean? Because number one is, I am impressed with the fact that this DJ made such an impact, because I know your father wasn't around at that time, right?
Yeah. No,
So-
my father was around at that time.
okay, he was.
Yeah, he just left.
Oh, yeah,
when I
yeah,
was
so it was
20.
20. Yeah, I'm
he
sorry,
left when
I'm
I was
sorry.
20. My father was around.
But you go over to him, you meet him. He's DJing. You like his vibe.
Yeah.
What did he teach you? When did you say I like this? What was it like getting on the?
Let me tell you exactly what he did.
Because you know what I
I'll
want to.
never
Go
forget
ahead.
it.
Go ahead.
I'll never forget it. Before I touched the turntable, before he let me touch anything, he like, sit down, watch this movie. Guess what movie it was? Juice. It was Juice. I swear to God, he let me watch Juice before I touched anything. Cause Tupac was not Tupac. It was the other I forgot his name. The DJ
Omar Epps.
Q,
The DJ.
He was him, and he was like, we in the hood, so this would relate to you. So watch this movie before you touch this. After I watched that movie, and that was my first time watching Juice.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm like, this shit corny. Like, man,
Who the fuck want to watch that shit?
Yeah. But you had to really think, really think what the message was coming from. And then he's like, now if you want to become a DJ, now touch the turntables. And giving the props to my father owned an art gallery downtown. He was always playing that jazz type of music. He was always in that type of mood. So I always used this in the back, just hearing it, but I never could play it. So when I got the chance to play it, that was the first thing I started playing.
Was jazz
And all of that. That was the first thing I
on
started
the turntables.
knowing. Yeah, that was the first jazz club, house club.
Okay.
I would kill it. I would kill it. Like house club.
So the BPMs are like 118, 120.
House club. But I could do jazz, but the house club, all that, it was just like. Then I got to club music, like the boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, the high BPMs.
Yeah, like bounce that ass, like like that type of shit. Then I moved on to that. Then when I moved on to that, then I was talking to people my age. Then I started getting that attention. When I got that attention, it was a wrap for me. Everybody knew who DJ Xtreame was. Everybody was like, I want to book him for this, that, and that's how I kind of ran into Punchie at the same time. I had to get my name out there, and that's when he was like, bro, like,
let's do this,
bro, let's do this. And he was like, bro, let's do it. There was nothing else to it.
Like you said, people, nothing's a coincidence.
Yeah, I did say that.
Nothing's a coincidence.
And it's crazy because I met Punchie first, but I didn't connect with him automatically. We had to have a few months go ahead to where we knew where we were going to see if we were really connect. We didn't really connect like that, but when we did connect and really get that vibe, it was a wrap.
Wow.
And it's been years. Like I know Punchie for some years now.
So he's a part of the whole crew.
Yeah, we both are.
Fetty is a part of the whole crew. You know, when did you guys say, yo, we're gonna get behind him to be the when did that happen? Who made that decision? Like
It
was like the way it happened, like.
Because I'm pretty sure you have
like
a bunch of other rappers in the group.
That day when we realized he was popping, we all was texting.
Okay, so hold on. Let's just slow this down. Because I want my listeners to get the blow by blow.
Like, it was like, when Nick the Grit came to us and he showed us the RGF business card and he was telling us that we're gonna do this shit for real. This shit is really serious. I got the shit done up, bank account, whatever we gotta do, we gonna do it. This is the day we gonna do it. It was like, nobody was like, all right, WAP, let's do it. Like it was everybody, like we gonna do it, and just happened. WAP was the one that had the one.
Yeah,
the one song, like
he was the one. Everybody, it was crazy because everybody had their own track.
Like
but nobody heard it. Nobody heard it, but everybody heard WAP's. Not to knock anybody down, because everybody was popping.
Which track was that?
Trap Queen.
Trap Queen.
Right.
Okay,
everybody around the time had a song out. But it was just Trap Queen that really took off, and it was catchy. It was that song still to this day is the only song that you can say is really like, catchy. That you can say the same thing over and over again.
So let's go through this. So part of the crew, and I'm trying to get to the main ingredient here, because this is what inspires people to like go, wow, look how the way stuff starts. Who produced that track initially? When it was a part of the whole clique. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Do you remember who?
WAP found that beat on SoundClick. Tony Fab, producer Tony Fab.
Yeah, Tony Fab. Yeah.
Okay. We didn't know him personally. We ain't never even know him.
We just
at
picked
all.
the track.
We just was. That's how we used to find beats. There's a website called SoundClick where producers put their beats on sound, and you could lease them, buy them. And he just happened to come across that beat, and he wrote the shit. I didn't even like it at first, to be honest. But
that shit was catchy.
I didn't like it at first, to be honest. Like,
do you get that?
Let's hear it right now.
Yeah, let's run that.
I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? Since your pretty ass soon as you came in the door. I just wanna chill, got a sack for us to roll. Married to the money, introduced her to my stove. Showed her how to whip it, now she remixing for low. She my track queen, let her hit the bando. We be counting up, watch how far them bands go. We just set it go, talking matching Lambos. I'm 56 a gram, 500 grams.
We're banging out the Trap Queen in the back, so just we can let people, really understand what we're talking about here. The way things really, became what it is right now. So let's just go back where we were before we segued into that. So, because he has the record, and that's really the one record that's out that everybody knows. You choose that record, everybody gets behind that record.
That's the thing. We didn't choose it. They chose it. The people chose that record. We didn't think Trap Queen was gonna do that shit. Nobody knew.
No.
The fans did that.
And it's funny.
What?
Nah, let me tell him what I told you earlier today in the car. Me and him, we were smoking in the car earlier today, talking about WAP.
Yeah.
We just like, man, we know exactly the ingredient he had was genius. You never thought how could you think to go out of Patterson to Atlanta, California, and just put out one song out, push it out like that? Like, you have to have a genius mind to put that effort into yourself, into your brand, into your company that you're building to want to do that. You know how much money they put in out there. Now, what if they didn't get it back? They would still be right here.
They didn't even think about putting it.
They trusted in God, and they trusted in themselves. That's why I never will ever.
Slow down. DJ Xtreame just dropped another jewel on Squirrel Rosenberg Radio. It's all about stepping out in faith, trusting and believing in God. You know, when you put it out there, yo, what's so funny, bro? I mean, and my boys always tell me, Squirrel, don't interrupt, but I had to slow you down on because, dude, that's what I'm hearing, bro.
Man,
imagine they didn't even think about getting it back.
Man, if you knew how much money they put in just to
shout
put themselves out there, shout out to Knit the Grit, man. Knit the Grit, he put his body on the line just to make sure WAP is seen, and WAP was like, you know what? Since you're gonna do that, I'm gonna make sure I make your money back, you know, even more.
Yeah,
like that's a big effort. You could say to your team, "I got y'all," and then really get them.
Yeah,
absolutely. And really get them. Yeah. Like I could say, "I got y'all tonight at the club," but when we get to the club, I don't got y'all. Like I don't got y'all. I'm looking at y'all like, you buying that? You buying that? No, I thought you had me. He's like, I got y'all, and I got girls and bottles. You like you get more than what I thought you would. Like, man,
you know what?
But he got you.
You know what would be wonderful, bro? If y'all bring them one day. That would fucking be
that will happen. That will happen organically, like this is happening organically right now. Yeah, good call on that.
Yeah, he's out to LA right now.
Well, we could do it remotely. Yeah, we could call in while
no, but at the same time, bro, you know, it's just I'm impressed by the loyalty that a lot of people don't think exists, especially in the hood. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, it's a bunch of roaches, and everybody is trying to get out of the hood, and nobody's working together. I love the fact that the team, the solidarity, the passion, you know, we're gonna do this, especially your boy investing not only his money but his life, as you said, in this project. And I think what I like most about it all, and I think what my listeners are gonna pick up from this is, at the end of the day, the person who's being given that support realize the responsibility coming with it, down to him waking you up off the couch to say, yo, go to school,
get your ass up,
and you were like, yo, what, I'm not gonna, because I can relate to that. My boys did that for me.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So I can relate to that. But the fact that you were aware and reciprocated by taking responsibility of that, and Fetty did that, and everybody, you know what I mean?
Not becoming a product of your environment on top of that.
Oh my God. Not becoming a product of your environment.
Because he was in it.
He could have been. Yeah. So
that's one thing I always looked at them as. Like, they also gave me the pass, but they also gave me the security. They also gave me that security in the hood. Because not people that didn't know me, they would probably test me. You feel me? And not to say I couldn't hold my own, but they was just on some stuff like, this is our product. Like we let him slide for a reason. Like, this is something that's gonna grow into something. You're not about to mess with this. Yeah. And that's why I always appreciate my guys, because they always made sure that I was good. Even when I had no bread, they were like, you know what? I got you, because they have real money. Yeah. I'm having school money. Like, I'm having little money that my parents give me. You feel me? Yeah, feel me? They're like, I got you, because they know that I'm investing it back in them. They know that I'm an investment back.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
That's always when I want to let them know that every step I take, as today, I had to bring my mans out. When every step I take, I'm taking somebody, my mains with me.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's impressive.
I'm not gonna take one step without my main.
You know, one of the things I want to really try to also get to the premise of this, and I'm seeing the history and the way things have grown. So let's just go back and follow the timeline. So now the people chose this record, Trap Queen. It starts to blow. You guys are like, everybody's like, what the hell is about to happen right now?
And then that's funny, because like the way it happened so fast.
So fast, man.
Like, it happened so fast, like 1 year.
So now, no, you're looking back. Talk to me.
Yo, like 1 year we dropped the track. The next year we on tour with Chris Brown around the world. So it's like, it's so crazy, bro. Because like, I'm on a tour bus playing 2K with Offset from Migos, not even knowing who the fuck he really is. Whooping his ass. I swear I never whooping his ass.
Yo, you're a Squirrel. Yo, let them know it's Squirrel Rosenberg.
I swear to God, he's not lying. But I swear to God, I'll never forget. I always used to. This was like before PNB Rock, like PNB Rock pop. This is before he popped. WAP knew him. Like, WAP and him used to be close. Like, they started being close when he got famous or whatnot. So when PNB Rock came in, he asked me for a lighter. I'm like, all right, take this lighter. Not knowing exactly who he is. So now looking back on it, I'm like, oh, nigga.
Where's my lighter at?
So you're hanging out with Migos, not knowing who they are.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
And then it's still like,
chilling.
didn't even sink in yet. Like you opening up for Chris Brown on tour.
Yeah.
The next
that's
year
one thing.
you drop your single.
That's one thing about WAP. You cannot stop that man. Like no
It
matter what
happens so
you
fast.
say, no matter what you do, you cannot stop that man. That
That
man
man
came from Patterson.
Yo, let's toast to Patterson, bro.
Yeah,
That man on
Yeah,
that mission.
He
yeah.
came from
Let's toast to
Patterson,
Patterson, bro.
What people don't realize, WAP did things.
Yes. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. My boy Rob is just saying. Yeah. Now when you're from
Not when
Patterson,
you from Patterson.
but remember when I segued on my intro, we talking about this. He said diamonds are made under pressure.
Yeah.
So when you don't think it's supposed to come out because of the pressure it's under.
Yeah.
I know, but this is what's happening right now, because right now on Squirrel Rosenberg Radio, and I'm not trying to, you know what, let me blow my own horn. Beep, 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 beep. Yo, we are going to be so official pretty soon, because we're coming straight out of Patterson, and we're using the same organic energy to make this into something big. Our guests are chilling. We're having great drinks. We're enjoying the Heinekens and a great conversation. But back to the vibes. So now, your guys go from 1 year hanging out on 12th Ave in Patterson. By the way,
not specifically 12th
Yeah,
Ave,
but
we were out. Yeah,
in
WAP
Patterson.
was really on 12th Ave, but we were still out in our own grounds, in our own area. Like even though I was in school, I still went on a block. You feel me? I still was on a block. He was on his block. Everybody had
but
their
we're
own
still
block,
out.
But we
and
all
then
knew each
a
other.
year later, this record hits. You're now on
views.
tour. 1 million
on
views.
SoundCloud. That's how the shit really broke.
On SoundCloud?
On SoundCloud, million views. That was the only platform the song was on. So in order to listen to the song, you had to go directly to
SoundCloud, yeah.
Which was making people download the app, which was bringing a whole bunch of views to the app.
Yeah.
And it blew crazy.
Wow, that's
it
big.
Blew crazy.
And what he always stayed humble. Like
That's
I
one
swear,
thing.
if you was with him around that time, he was so calm. He was so calm. Like
So
he,
regular.
like he,
When a year later, when everything is happening,
It's still,
he never lost his chill.
He's still the
He
same
never
way.
lost his
He's
chill.
just a
He
hood
never
nigga with a lot of money.
He
man.
just
Oh, yeah.
never lost his chill. Like,
Dude, I bumped into
WAP still the
Fetty
same
about
nigga,
I bumped into Fetty about 3-4 times out
Same
here.
nigga.
I ain't really talked to him. At one time that it was on my mind, obviously. I went to a restaurant. Dude has so much money in his pockets falling out.
Yeah.
Giving the chick some money, and I'm like, I up that, but at the same time, dude, like,
same dude.
there's some thirsty niggas out here.
Yeah.
You know what I
Same
mean?
dude.
Yeah, but he was out there. He was out here.
But
a
at
lot
the
of
same
times.
time, you gotta
He's
understand,
cool.
like when you get that and you not from that, you don't know exactly how to act. You know,
Which is
you know,
yeah.
you know the route to go, but you will make mistakes as you go.
Absolutely.
So-
But you learn.
So yeah, that's just a lesson learned, and money still to be made.
Yeah. Yo, he just dropped a jewel. Yo, he just dropped a jewel on Squirrel Rosenberg Radio. Say that again. Say that again. That just
That's just lesson learned. Money to be made. Like,
yeah, more money to be made.
Yeah, that's
so
my thought was like you should be investing that.
yeah, more money to be made. So I really appreciate how we're able to dissect and see how the group got together and the support there. But now that you're at this stage, so right now where you are, you have a couple singles out right now. Tell us where we can get some of your music, Punchie.
You can go on SoundCloud. That's the only link I got my music on. You can follow my SoundCloud at Remy Boy Space Punch. That's Remy Boy Space Punch. Or you can follow my Instagram at Bowl of Punch. Bowl of Punch, one word. And that's really it right now. Feel me? My Twitter, Bowl of Punch. Snapchat, Bowl of Punch.
You're all over that. Beautiful, beautiful. DJ Xtreame.
Yeah, actually, I'm out the closet now. Feel me? I'm out the closet.
Go
now
in.
Cause I've been doing venues, like just personal venues, but I'm about to just start getting back into New York and start partying back in New York clubs, because that's exactly where.
Make sure
I
you follow
started
my boy
Vintage
DJ Xtreame on IG.
Yeah,
Man. You
DJ
already
Xtreame
know.
on IG, Facebook, DJ Xtreame RGF. You feel me?
Yeah.
And we just gonna keep it moving from there. But definitely look out for Punchie. You feel me? Cause I'm be producing.
Punch.
You feel me? This is the artist that I'm gonna be pushing out.
Yo,
Yeah.
I just want to let everybody know, Squirrel
Shout out to
Rosenberg
WAP.
Radio. Yo,
Shout out to
yeah,
WAP, man.
yeah. Let's
We
toast up to
really
WAP, bro,
appreciate you, man.
for
Shout out Fetty Wap,
for
Monty,
bringing up
Love
Patterson
Monty,
and
bro.
yeah, for
Monty,
real.
WAP, my
Big
brother
Chris,
Monty,
Big Sis,
my big
Lele.
bro. Love you, Lay.
Love you, Lay. You feel me? That's big sis right there. And we just gonna keep the island moving. And if you on the island, float with us. Feel me?
Squirrel Rosenberg Radio's floating with you, bro.
Float with us, man.
Because we're moving. We're gonna make sure Patterson get on the map, and we're gonna show some of the good stuff and the creative stuff coming out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a big shout out to everybody tuning in right now and seeing what's going on and hearing what's going on our SoundCloud. It's gonna be up on our YouTube channel, Squirrel Rosenberg TV. Of course, you know Squirrel Rosenberg Radio on the SoundCloud is moving. Everybody tuning in, you're gonna be in for a treat. We're gonna take a quick break, come back, finish up this interview, and allow DJ Xtreame to get on the Serato or the 1200s if he feels like it. Okay, all right.
You got talent. Keep it real. When you got talent, you can do talent whenever.
Jewel.
Do it whenever.
Yeah, Jewel. Squirrel Rosenberg Radio.